The notification pinged on my phone at 2:47 p.m., 300 miles from home. Motion detected. Living room camera. I was standing in the Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport, waiting to board my flight back from my mother's funeral in Portland. My hands were still shaking from 3 days of grief, family tension, and the surreal experience of watching them lower my mom into the ground. The last thing I expected was a security alert. I opened the app. My breath caught. Someone was in my house. My name is Jason Rivera. I'm 34, a data analyst who works remotely from a modest two-bedroom house in Sunset Valley, a subdivision outside Scottsdale where the HOA has more rules than the actual law. I'd lived there for 2 years, mostly keeping to myself, going to work, playing drums on weekends, bothering nobody. But nobody wasn't good enough for Linda Garrison. Linda was our HOA president, a woman in her late 50s with short auburn hair styled like she was perpetually ready for a country club meeting, expensive designer pantsuits that she wore even to walk her toy poodle, and a smile that could freeze her hellfire. She'd been HOA president for 11 years, ruling over our 196 homes like a warden over inmates. 3 weeks earlier, I'd made the mistake of painting my front door. Not red, not purple, not neon green. I painted it a deep forest green, a beautiful, rich color that complemented my tan stucco house perfectly. It looked amazing, professional, classy. Linda appeared at my door the next morning like a bill collector who'd smelled blood. Jason, she didn't say hello. That door color violates Section 4.2 of the HOA Covenant. Approved colors are white, beige, cream, or light tan. You have 7 days to repaint it to an approved color or face a $750 fine. I'd actually read the covenant before painting. Section 4.2 says neutral earth tones. Forest green is a natural color. It's literally an earth tone. It's the color of trees. Her jaw tightened. The intent of the rule is clear. Light neutrals only. 7 days, Jason. Don't make this difficult. She left, her poodle yapping at me like an alarm clock. I didn't repaint the door. The fine came exactly 7 days later. I appealed the board. Linda's personal friends, all of them, denied it in a 3-minute meeting where I wasn't allowed to present my case. I paid the $750 but kept the green door. That's when things escalated. Linda started appearing at odd times. I'd see her walking past my house at 6 a.m., at 9 p.m., always staring, always with that frozen smile. My trash cans were placed improperly. They were exactly where they'd always been. My garden hose was visible from the street. It was coiled neatly beside my house. My car was parked illegally in my own driveway. Each citation came with escalating fines: $500, $1,000, $1,500. After the third citation, I instantly installed security cameras, 8 of them, 4K resolution, motion activated, cloud storage, front door, back door, living room, garage, both sides of the house. I didn't tell anyone. I just wanted to document whatever Linda was doing, because her obsession was becoming unhinged. Then my mother died. Stroke, sudden, devastating. I flew to Portland within hours, barely remembering to pack my mind, spinning with grief and disbelief. I was gone for 3 days. Funeral, family gatherings, settling immediate estate issues. And now, standing in the airport terminal, I was watching Linda Garrison walk through my living room. My hands were cold. The camera footage was crystal clear. Linda had entered through my back door. I could see her fiddling with the lock, then pushing it open. She wasn't alone. 2 other women were with her, Carol Jensen and Patricia Knowles, both HOA board members. They were carrying notebooks and wearing latex gloves. "Oh my God," I whispered. They moved through my house like they owned it. Linda directed them with sharp gestures, her mouth moving rapidly. The camera had audio. Check every room, Linda was saying. Document everything. Photos of anything that violates covenant standards. We need evidence for the emergency board meeting. Linda, I don't know about this. That was Carol, her voice uncertain. This feels illegal. It's not illegal, Linda snapped. Section 12.8 gives the HOA right of entry to inspect for covenant violations. We sent him proper notice. They hadn't sent me anything. I watched them riffle through my rooms. They opened closets, looked through my desk drawers. Patricia actually picked up papers from my home office, personal documents, work files. Linda photographed my bedroom, my bathroom, my kitchen. Then Linda found my drum collection. I collect vintage drum kits, 4 complete sets, displayed in my spare bedroom. They're worth about $28,000 total. My one real indulgence, my pride and joy. Linda stared at them, and her expression changed. The frozen smile became something predatory. These are valuable, she said to Carol. Linda, he owes the HOA $3,250 in fines. These could cover it. Linda reached for my 1970s Ludwig Classic maple kit. No. Carol grabbed her arm. That's theft. I'm not doing this. I'm leaving. You'll do what I tell you, Linda hissed, or I'll make sure your fence violation becomes a $5,000 lien on your house. Karen went pale but stayed. I was shaking so hard I almost dropped my phone. They were in my house, going through my belongings, threatening each other, and Linda had just threatened to steal my drums. I screen recorded everything. Then I called 911. I need to report a break-in in progress, I said, my voice surprisingly steady. 3 people are currently inside my home without permission. I have live video footage. The dispatcher took my address. Are you at the location, sir? I'm in Phoenix, but I'm watching them on the security cameras right now. They've been inside for 18 minutes. Officers are on the way. Stay on the line. I watched the footage while the dispatcher asked questions. Linda and her crew spent another 12 minutes inside my house, photographing everything, going through drawers, taking notes. Linda tried twice more to take my Ludwig kit, but Carol physically blocked her. Then I heard it through the camera audio. Sirens. Linda's head snapped up. What is that? The sirens got louder. All 3 women froze. Oh God! Patricia whispered. Linda, the police are coming. Linda's face went wide. Actually wide. Like someone had drained all the blood from her head. No, 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 no. We have right of entry. We sent notice. You didn't send anything, Carol shouted. You said we didn't need to because of emergency inspection powers. The police knocked, loud, authoritative. Police! Open the door. I watched Linda stand in my living room, trembling, her notebook clutched to her chest like a shield. She looked at the door, looked at her friends, looked at the cameras. And she saw the red recording light. Her eyes went huge. She pointed at the camera, her mouth forming words I could read even without sound. He's recording. The police knocked again. This is the police. We're entering the residence. Linda ran for the back door, but 2 officers were already there. They'd surrounded the house. Within 30 seconds, all 3 women were in handcuffs, and Linda was crying. Not elegant crying, ugly, desperate sobbing. I'm the HOA president, she kept saying. I have authority. I have authority. Ma'am, you're under arrest for breaking and entering. The officer said calmly. You have the right to remain silent. I recorded all of it. By the time my plane landed 3 hours later, Linda Garrison, Carol Jensen, and Patricia Knowles were in county jail. The charges were breaking and entering, attempting theft, and trespassing. The DA added conspiracy charges after reviewing my footage. The local news picked it up within days. HOA president arrested breaking into homeowner's house. The footage went viral. Over 3 million views in 48 hours. People were outraged. The comments were brutal. Linda's lawyer tried to claim the HOA covenant gave her right of entry. The prosecutor presented my security footage showing Linda's exact words. We sent him proper notice. Then they presented the certified mail record showing nothing had been sent. Linda had lied on camera in my house while committing a crime. The HOA board voted unanimously to remove Linda as president and ban her from any future HOA roles. Carol and Patricia resigned immediately and cooperated with prosecutors in exchange for reduced charges. Linda went to trial 4 months later. The jury took 90 minutes to convict her on all counts. The judge sentenced her to 18 months in prison, 3 years probation, and ordered her to pay $15,000 in restitution to me for emotional distress and security system costs. But the real punishment was public humiliation. Linda's mugshot became a meme. Her entitled sobbing in my living room was remixed into songs. She couldn't show her face anywhere without people recognizing her as the HOA burglar. Last I heard, she and her husband moved to Nevada. After she served her sentence, started over where nobody knew her. My green door? Still green. The new HOA board formally approved the color and apologized for Linda's overstep of authority. I kept every security camera, added 4 more, and sometimes late at night I play my 1970s Ludwig kit and think about Linda Garrison's face when she saw that recording light. Some people learn too late that other people's homes aren't their kingdoms, and karma has perfect 4K resolution.